welcome to my first bedtime story. Today I'm going to read out a very well-known fairy tale to you, and you can either listen to it before you go to bed as a real bedtime story, or you use it to practice your listening skills for English. Before I start reading out the story to you, I will give you 3 hints that might give you an idea about what the story will be. The first hint is the story is about a little girl who likes the color red very much. Already an idea what the story will be? The second hint is a wolf plays a very important role in this story. And the third hint is the little girl brings cake and wine to a beloved person of hers. So I guess now you know that I'm going to read Little Red Riding Hood to you. Now, for those of you who really want to practice English for school, for example, here are some statements that are either true or false, and you have to decide after you've heard the story whether they're correct or incorrect. So the first one is, Little Red Riding Hood and her mom lived in a big forest. One day, her grandmother broke her leg. The girl had to bring her grandmother a bottle of juice. In the forest, Little Red Riding Hood met a fox. The grandmother lived on a farm in the forest. The girl also picked some flowers for her grandmother. The house was very big and had a roof made of straw. The bad animal ate the grandmother and took her clothes. The animal also ate Little Red Riding Hood. In the end, the hunter saved the girl and her grandmother. Once upon a time there was a little girl called Little Red Riding Hood. Together with her mum, she lived in a big forest. One day the mother said, "Your grandma is ill. Please go and bring her a cake and a bottle of wine. Grandma's house is not too far away from our house, but please do always keep the path and don't stop." So Little Red Riding Hood made her way to Grandma's house. In the forest, she met the big bad wolf. Little Red Riding Hood greeted him, and the wolf asked, "Where are you going, Little Red Riding Hood?" "To my grandma's house," answered Little Red Riding Hood. "Can you tell me where your grandma lives?" "She lives in a little cottage at the edge of the forest." "Why don't you pick some nice flowers for her?" asked the wolf. "That's a good idea," said Little Red Riding Hood, and began looking for flowers. Meanwhile, the wolf was on his way to Grandma's house. The house was quite small but nice, and its roof was made out of straw. The wolf went inside and swallowed poor old Grandma. After he put on her clothes and lay down in Grandma's bed. Some time later, Little Red Riding Hood came to the little cottage. She went inside and was shocked by the sight of her grandma. "Oh, Grandma, what big eyes, hands, and mouth you have got," Little Red Riding Hood said. There, the wolf jumped out of the bed and swallowed her too. Then he lay down again and fell asleep. After a while, the hunter passed by Grandma's house. He heard somebody snoring and thought that there was something wrong and went inside.
In the bedroom, he saw the wolf. First, the hunter wanted to shoot him, but then he saw the wolf's big belly. So the hunter took out his knife and cut the wolf's belly open. Out came Little Red Riding Hood and her grandma. "Thank you for saving us," whispered Little Red Riding Hood. Then all of them went to fetch some stones and put them in the wolf's belly. Soon the wolf woke up. He was very thirsty and went to the well in the garden to get some water. When the wolf wanted to lean over and drink, the stone in his belly were too heavy and pulled him down into the well. Grandma, the hunter, and Little Red Riding Hood were happy, ate their cake, and drank the wine. But in the well, the wolf thought, "Why do such things always happen to me?"
Don't worry. In case you weren't able to answer all the questions for the first time, just look at them another time and then listen to the story a second time, and I'm sure then you will be able to answer all the questions, and if not, I will give you the solutions at the end of my video. So, good luck!